Now, if your neighbour had a gold star on their wheelie bin and you didn't, would it put your nose out of joint? Would it encourage you to throw less away? If you did have one, Cambridge Council says that putting gold stars on the 140-litre bins will encourage residents to swap their 240-litre ones, the big ones that most of us are familiar with, for the smaller type. Some residents have said they found it a bit patronising. Councillor Cllr Swanson is the Executive Councillor for Environmental and Waste Services, and she's behind the idea. Hello to you.
Hello.
And Richard Taylor is a Cambridge resident. Hi, Richard.
Hello, good afternoon.
Jean sounds like a very nice woman. She wouldn't intend to patronise you, Richard.
Well, I think it is. It's treating people like children, really. I agree. It is patronising. It's a bit of a ridiculous idea.
Jean?
Well, it's another opportunity to get people to consider how they're using their waste, where they're putting their waste. I think most people who are involved in waste want to see a reduction in the amount of stuff going to landfill. And if this gets people talking about it, thinking about having a smaller bin, perhaps by having a sticker on it, encouraging their neighbours to follow their example and have a smaller bin, then that's a good thing. If it helps us to save on the landfill tax, which is currently £56 per tonne, it's all good.
Richard?
Oh, I think it's. I completely agree with what Councillor Swanson is saying, that we need to reduce the amount of rubbish which is going to landfill. But I think there are better things which the council could be doing. We could be increasing the range of materials which are recycled. So in Cambridge, we can only recycle plastic bottles, whereas in the area surrounding us, South Cambridgeshire, a much wider range of plastics can be recycled. Now, the council's got a really good record of increasing the amount of recycling in Cambridge, and they've done that by increasing the range of materials we can recycle. So I think they should keep doing what they're doing.
Go on, Jean.
We very much want to continue to increase that. We're preparing a report for how we can go beyond our current more or less 45% of recycling. And one of the issues about the plastic bottles is, yes, Mr. Taylor's right, that in the commingled blue bins picked up from doorstep, it can only be the plastic bottles, but all the other plastics, the plastic trays, yoghurt pots and all those sorts of things can be taken to the bring banks. We would love to be doing it from the doorstep, but the contract that we've got, which runs for another 2 or 3 years, can't handle that. Otherwise we'd be doing it.
And the thing is, Richard, history tells us that these might be tiny steps, they might irritate some people, but it is a long, long process to change behaviour, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. But I think this step just makes the council look ridiculous, and it means that people aren't going to be showing any sort of respect to the councillors, and they're not going to be treating the council's ideas seriously. The big problem with this Gold Star scheme is that it doesn't take account of who lives in the house. So a single person living on their own gets a reward from the council for taking a small bin. But what about large families or groups of sharers, which are very common in central Cambridge? They're not going to get a reward for reducing the amount of rubbish that they're producing.
Well, can I give you both a gold star for your performance this lunchtime on 5 Live? Many thanks for talking to us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Richard Taylor, a resident of Cambridge, and Councillor Cllr Swanson, who's the Executive Councillor for Environmental and Waste Services and Gold Stars. It's 4 minutes to 2.